Everyone, it's Mike Young, lifestyle nutritionist with aPlantBasedDiet.org. Welcome to chapter 94 of my book, Live to 150. This chapter is about not allowing your body to shut down. Okay, now that it's kind of similar to getting out of your comfort zone and challenging yourself, but I wanted to make a little mini chapter here on this concept of not allowing your body to shut down, because your body is a machine. Your body needs to be challenged for the reasons I mentioned in the challenge chapter. But what happens if you don't challenge it? That's the thing. Well, basically, it realizes it's not needed and it starts to shut down. It starts to shut things off. This can deal with your mind. This can deal with your muscles. This can deal with anything else, your lungs, anything else that is not being used. And I know, like I said, I've said this before. I know you got examples of somebody that lived to 95 and didn't do anything, but that's not normal. Normal is not only is your body not optimized, because it's designed to optimize when you give it some work to do. You've got to do some work that you like, and some stuff that your body is going to benefit from. So let me look up my notes here. Yeah, your body, when you challenge your body, it rises to the occasion. But the other thing, the opposite happens. When you don't challenge it, it just falls apart. That's something you need to know. You need to recognize that your body is intelligent, your body's smart. Your body is not going to put energy into something that you don't think is valuable and that you are not actually actively doing. And even if it involves just thinking, just doing some strength training with your muscles, doing some aerobic exercise, of course, eating the right food. And actually, that is going to challenge your body to get even healthier when you eat the right food. So if you make your life too easy, it's going to shut down, feel like it's not needed anymore. So you need to develop a sense of urgency and motivation. That's the other thing I want to mention in this chapter. What you can name down below, what can you set up in your life or do, or attitude can you adopt that is going to increase your sense of urgency and motivation? Let us know in the comments different things that you use. For me, it's just the knowledge of all of this. It's like that is what provides me the sense of urgency. The thing that it affects everyone. There's nobody out there that's immune from the concepts that I'm talking about here in this book. Nobody. Okay, everybody is affected. Maybe not exactly in the same way, because everybody is different. But just the idea that you just need to get out of your own way. A lot of times, that American dream, and we talked about that just recently in the previous chapter. The American dream is like a demotivator in a lot of ways for health. So we just need to get out of our own way, and the body will respond. When I say get out of our own way, it's kind of like laziness. It's just like when you get to a certain point, part of that American dream is just to not have to do anything, I guess. And your body will respond. If you've finally arrived and you're not going to do anything, your body's not going to do anything either. In fact, it's going to start shutting systems down. And I'm not talking about disease, okay? Keep this in mind, because a lot of the other parts of this book, I've been saying, well, when this is diseased, it's a warning of this, it's a warning of that. I'm just talking about general motivation, general doing things, feeling a sense of urgency in general for different things, and that being like a motivator for your body. It's almost like a direction. It's like, okay, we're going to do this. We have an assignment. But if you don't start giving your body directions and you start to fall into this ridiculous pattern of just the least amount of effort or energy you can do, and a lot of times, okay, keep in mind, a lot of ways that we are conditioned to do the least amount of effort, because it involves the concept of efficiency and things becoming more efficient. And I'm not talking about that. I do feel that that's very important. But what we gain when we gain efficiency in a certain area, say we're doing something better with less effort, it's not an excuse to rest on your laurels and to kind of just not do anything or do less work from this point on. No, then you have more bandwidth to take on something else that you want to do. That's why it's important to have well-defined goals and a life purpose, because then you can feel, once you become more efficient at this thing, which you will over time. If you look back at your life decades ago, it's like, gosh, this thing took me so long. This was nearly impossible. Now it's like second nature. It takes a few seconds. Well, that's true with a lot of things in your life, and it will be true with more things as you go on. I mean, we're talking about a future where robots may be doing all of our work for us, right? So how are you going to motivate in a situation like that? Well, you're going to need some goals. All right, you're going to need your goals to evolve as the robots start to take over and take these meaningless tasks away, as the artificial intelligence or AI starts to take over. This is stuff's going to happen. So even though this chapter may say, oh, okay, great, I understand, I got to do something. No, it's going to be way more complicated than you think. That's why you need to read all these chapters of the book. You need to implement all the different concepts. Everything has a purpose and a reason for affecting your longevity and your quality of life, your satisfaction with life, your happiness, all these things. And again, if you don't do anything and your goal is to not do anything, you may think, oh, a future where robots are going to do all the work, that's going to be like utopia. Actually, no. And actually, I'm a little bit more concerned that the robots really might take over and become sentient because they'll realize that people have become so damn lazy. I mean, it's an excuse for laziness, or you could handle one of two ways. Either when things get better like that, they get more efficient. You can either make an excuse for laziness, or you could say, like I said, you've got more time now. You can dedicate that newly found time to this concept that you're going to work on. And that's what I absolutely recommend that you do. And of course, this is different for every individual. That's why I can't even say how you're going to fill in the blank with that. But let me know in the comments, like if you had more time, if certain things in your life were made more efficient so that your entire load of life tasks and things on a daily basis were made smaller, what would you fill that time with? Let us know in the comments. Like the video here if you got some value out of it. And of course, subscribe so that you get notified when the next chapter is released. We'll see you in the next chapter. Bye-bye.